child has awoken, so we may hear some Donna screaming.
I hope so.
Good for her.
She should express herself.
She needs to stop doing it at 2 a.m.
No, that's the right time.
That's exactly the time she should be doing it.
No,
Her
because she's
most
not
expressive.
expressing. No, it's
She's
because
calling the ghost.
she wants food, and it's past her dinner time, and
Her
she's on a
performance
diet,
art.
and she's not allowed more food.
That's when she's on the clock.
Yeah.
You want her to meow on her break?
On her downtime?
Yeah, on her
She's
downtime.
summoning
That's your
demons.
off hours, would you?
My
Yeah.
house
takes
is already
energy.
haunted. We don't need more demons.
Well, that's why she's yelling.
Yeah.
She's like, stay
She's
away.
letting you know that they're on their way.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's a Thackeray Binksing you.
Oh my gosh.
The old
I
fat
love
banks.
Thackeray.
You guys are saying a lot of
JT.
words that don't mean
Yeah,
anything.
JT, that's a reference to the film Hocus Pocus from the 90s.
Wait, you didn't.
Oh, Hocus Pocus, I've seen that.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
You don't remember
Have you seen Hocus
Thackeray?
Pocus 2?
How would I?
No, I actually haven't
Oh,
watched
the
that one
first
yet.
one
I haven't
was
seen it, but I've heard
perfectly
it's
fine.
okay.
I don't know.
It's-
I'm nervous. I'm afraid to watch it.
It's
It
fine.
pokes
It's
all
fine.
the nostalgia
fine?
buttons, and
It's fine.
that's it. Yeah.
If you enjoyed Hocus Pocus 1, you won't hate Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I
but
won't hate it. That's all I need to know.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you won't
I
hate it.
typically skip ahead to when Bette Midler is singing and then just go
That's
from
the
there.
best part.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So valid.
It gets
Yeah.
points for me for having a musical number in it, the original movie, but it's it's not my. It's not my. bread
JT,
and
stop
butter.
talking.
Not my
There's a
JT.
New Englander
Stop.
in chat.
You-
Okay, stop right now.
You
I don't
can't.
understand what
You
that has to
gotta
do with
no.
anything.
Nope. Mm-mm.
No.
Back in my day, we had one good Halloween movie and we liked it.
Yep.
Halloween Town.
Halloween
It was
Town.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh man.
I'm a big Halloween Town
Oh,
fan.
man.
I was so into Halloween Town.
Halloween Town did slap. I
Halloween
was
Town is good.
Among the
I
most
mean-
perfect movies ever made, I would wager.
How about
Yeah.
Smart House? How do you feel
Oh,
about
I love Smart House so much.
Oh.
If Brink didn't exist, Smart House would be my number one. But Brink exists,
Smart
so
House
that's
is
number
Brink
one.
is so
definitely-
good.
Yeah, no,
love
Brink is number one. I wrote like a
Brink is
Kids
so
on
good.
Blades, like completely based off Brink, the entire thing, and
That's a good
so
one.
Yeah.
yeah, it's my
I
favorite.
haven't thought about Brink in a long time. Now I
Brink
have
is
to
probably
watch it.
my favorite Halloween movie.
Remember
now that I
Alley
think about it.
Cats? Do we remember
Alley
Alley
Cat
Cats?
Strike?
Yeah, Ellie
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Mm-hmm. Smart House, Luck of the Irish. We watched Luck of the Irish recently. It's
Oh,
so
Luck of the
yeah.
Starring
bad.
Olivia Munson.
It's so bad.
Yes.
It's like
Luck of the Irish.
they literally treat being Irish like it's like a minority. They're like,
contagious.
oh yeah,
I
like
mean-
oh no, you're
Yeah.
gonna turn into a leprechaun, and I'm like, this feels not great
Yeah.
right now.
That's
Like,
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a
It
choice.
was a comeback in anti-Irish
That was a
sentiment
choice.
that had been lost to the ages.
it's a good fun
Lost in the
movie,
ages.
you know.
Yes.
That is fair. Because didn't that come out like right around when was the Good
It's the
Friday
same kid
Agreement
from Smart
signed?
House. It's that kid's era. I don't know his name, but he like was
Yeah.
in every
Right,
Disney.
right.
He was in
How
the
are you
13th
doing?
year
How's
too,
everything going
right?
on in Chatland?
Chat's
Yeah, do
loving
you
this.
fuck with Luck of the
Yeah.
Irish?
Where
No,
my,
honestly.
Right in.
Where my
Ryan
pixel perfect
Merriman
heads at?
is his name.
Hey, yes, thank you.
Fuck
Pixel
Pixel
perfect.
What's
How
his
about-
name?
Here's a
his
Ryan
Did you
Merriman.
say? Did you just
Yeah,
say
Ryan
fuck
Merriman.
pixel
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
to me? How dare
Yes.
you?
Oh,
Yes.
Pixel Perfect.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Damn,
pixel
I was
perfect.
about to pitch you like a hard left turn because I heard you say Pixie Perfect and I had a completely
I
different
don't
idea.
know what that is.
I don't either.
Pixel.
Okay.
Pixel.
Pixel perfect.
I was just going to talk about George Lucas's hit animated film,
Oh, Strange Magic.
Strange Magic.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Like Star Wars for
girls.
girls, straight from the
Love
horse's
Strange
mouth.
Magic, and
I
you
love it
can't see it
too.
right now, but I also have the Return of the Jedi poster right behind me. So it got me. Okay, it got me.
Are you saying? Wait, sorry. Are you saying Strange Magic was your gateway into Star Wars?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
But
fair.
like he was right. I was already a Star Wars fan, and it got me.
I don't think that's the assertion that he's making when he says
know.
it's Star Wars for girls.
Look.
But
It took him
Well,
10 years to write that movie, by the way.
I'm glad you
10
like it.
years.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
Bugman
like
was
it.
hot. It's another movie where the Bugman was hot.
It's fair. It's fair. Fern Gully did it first, but
Yep.
Oh,
you know,
Fern Gully.
Fern
Yeah.
Gully
So
did it
good.
first, and then Hopper is hot in Bug's Life.
we can't.
No, we're
Yeah.
not doing this. She's not even here.
Start this.
But Elsie and I share a lot of the same thoughts. Okay.
No, I get it. I know.
Are we just talking about crushes?
Did we talk about?
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate to jarringly switch us away. But did
No,
anyone
no,
else
please.
watch the movie Once Upon a Forest?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, 'cause that one, my
traumatized
brother
me as a
loved that movie,
child.
and it was scary. It was scary.
It
Like
was
all those like
fucking
late
traumatizing.
80s, early 90s cartoon
Yes.
movies, you know, were all
Oh,
terrifying.
yeah.
It was like that
Like a
and
troll
Secret
in
of
Central
Nim.
Park.
Secret of Nim.
Oh, I was gonna
Yes,
just
Troll
say
in
Central
nobody
Park.
remembers Troll in Central Park
I
ever,
love
and
Troll in
I
Central
used to rent
Park.
that from Blockbuster like all the time.
I
Remember
made my
Blockbuster?
dad buy a
Mm.
copy because we rented it so much from Blockbuster that we
Troll in Central
perpetually
Park
had
was
late
so good.
charges.
The Black
Um,
Cauldron.
Oh, that's
Yes.
another scary one.
Yeah.
True.
JT,
Mm,
back
yeah.
before Netflix, we used to
I
go to
was
this
gonna-
store.
I was gonna do
Yeah.
it, and I'm so glad somebody
And
else
then
did.
rent
Blockbuster.
tapes.
I had a Hollywood video that I love so much. I rented
Hollywood
some.
Video
yeah,
wouldn't
Hollywood
hire
Video.
me because I
Oh,
liked
fuck.
Angelina Jolie movies, and he was like, "No, I'm not hiring you." And I was like,
Well,
"Okay."
Mr. Hollywood Video wouldn't hire me.
The Hollywood,
Hollywood
John
Video.
Hollywood Video.
John Hollywood Video.
John Hollywood Video.
wait, is that his? No, Paul Hollywood is what I'm thinking
It's
of.
Paul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul Hollywood
The
Video.
man who thinks he knows
that
a
the
fucking
bacon-
taco and has
bacon
never
guy?
seen one in his
Yes.
goddamn
God.
life.
I hate that show so bad.
I
That show
know.
pisses
I
me
love
off a
that
lot.
show.
Dude,
I
dude.
despise Paul Hollywood because he's a fucking ass. Anyway,
Well, when his
guys, God
video
complex.
rental store chain closed, he pivoted to baking. And
Yeah.
now he's on
Yeah.
the Great British
He
Bake Off.
changed his name to Paul, which is a weird pivot.
Because Hollywood used to be his first name, and Video was his last name. And then he kind of like switched it around and then changed it to Paul. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Cool. Well, I feel like we've
Yeah, good night,
Good
good
everybody.
night, everybody.
hit a natural conclusion.
We
To be
peaked
fair,
so
when
early today.
we had episode 10.5, that's what would happen. That's what happened. Was Will had
Basically.
crashed while we were doing the preamble.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That's
That
right.
is so true.
I remember
Yep.
that now. Mm.
And fortunately, that's not happening this time.
Even fortunately, because Izzy's here.
That's
Hooray!
Hooray! Yeah. All right.
Izzy.
I'm gonna do so much
So-
heroic stuff. Sorry, I'm stopping.
You're so good. You're so good. You are. I believe you. All right. So last time we did some stuff, and we're starting a new mission. We're starting a new phase cycle in this game. As we all know, that starts with obligation. However, at the end of last session, we didn't go through all of the Fallout stuff from last mission. So I took the liberty of doing that before we got started tonight, just so that we would have the most time. And that means that I added two boxes to the adversary track, and then I rolled for Fallout, and somebody should take a picture.
I did.
What?
Because I didn't see my live tweet yet. So just
Alright.
fucking
Yeah.
douchebag post bullshit.
Will, check your DMs.
Already?
Okay.
I know you were going to start, but we're derailing
Fucking
some
earlier
more.
tonight.
Yeah. Interesting.
Topic.
Noted. So we have I marked 2 in the Leviathan track. The last Bastion track is unchanged, and as always, I removed half rounding up of our readiness track, and then I rolled for because you had to leave the last Bastion unguarded while you went on your mission, which basically happens every mission unless you are staying on the ship, or protecting the Delphi. And rolled a 6, which means that we only the last Bastion does not lose any in its own track, but it also means that I had to remove 1 from the readiness track because they are getting complacent. It has been a long time since there has been an issue or an attack on the Citadel fleet itself. So that's good news. However, it does mean that our readiness track is currently 4, and we are in tier 1 territory. As we all know, the tiers determine what missions you can undertake without taking a penalty. So that is the state of things right now. We also did session XP, and everybody did their individual XP, but y'all don't need to worry about that watching this. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get right into it with our obligation phase, our next mission cycle. Would anyone like to go first?
I have
sort
a
of
to-do
feel like
list.
it's all right. It's all right. I sort of feel like it would make sense to start with Tolu since we didn't get to see you for
That's
the
fair.
last mission.
I get that. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. That's fun. So I took, once again, I took a little bit of liberty and I checked out what everybody's lowest attribute was ahead of time. Tolu,
How
yours
dare
is
you look at our
stars.
character sheets?
I know. It's almost like that's the whole reason why we have the Excel character keeper.
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Almost.
Cool. So Tolu, yours is stars. And as I'm frantically flipping, here we go. If stars is your lowest attribute, your obligation puts you under social pressure or sets off your anxiety.
Sure does.
Sure does. So we're going to go ahead and roll that first, and we'll see how much
Okay.
stress you take
Yes. Stress.
this scene.
So, okay, it's been literally years. I roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Yeah, because you don't have any boxes in stars.
That's a 3.
Okay. So that's 3 stress. Six
That could
minus
be worse. Could be
6
worse.
minus your highest roll. Could be worse. Definitely could be worse. So you're going to take 3 stress from that. Pretty middle of the road. Not too bad. So I think where we are going to pick up is sort of unbeknownst to the rest of your wing. A little while back, somebody came and approached you at your bunk on the Delphi. And this is playing out a little bit asynchronously because a bunch of stuff has happened. We're kind of just rushing through it real quick. But somebody came and basically knocked on your door. And when you opened it, you would have seen on the other side Vice Admiral Tifa Maru, whom you would have met and you know is Chief's ex-wife. This sort of like very tall, very statuesque woman, roughly the same age as Chief, very like sharp features, very sort of like severe hairstyle, wearing the Citadel Fleet uniform with the rank indicators, the bars of the Vice Admiral. And she's just sort of standing there. Her face looks very impassive, very not really giving anything away. She's at sort of a loose stance.
And Tolu will follow that vibe and sort of give the what I've been told is called the Gen Z stare. It's like, hi.
Operator.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to walk with me. There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Am I in trouble?
You're not.
Okay. And then she'll like disappear into the room for a second and grab some pocket tots and then get on her way.
Right, just in case you get hungry.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case
absolutely.
anyone gets hungry. What if you come across someone who is hungry?
Cool. So you are walking. Do you offer the Vice Admiral some of these tots from your pocket?
Obviously.
Okay. She politely declines. I've only been back a short time, but I've heard quite a bit about you.
Yeah, I have kind of that reputation. That's me, the old new guy.
Everyone was the new guy at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It'll pass. How are you feeling about your performance, your level of training? Do you feel like you've been adequately prepared to be an operator?
Adequately prepared to be an operator. Well, I was a photographer before this. pretty standard journalism sort of thing. And then one day I got tapped to be an operator. So no, I'm going to say no. I would like to say absolutely not. But here we are, not dead. So
Would you like to change that?
being not dead? No, thank you.
Feeling unprepared.
Huh? Are you going to send me on like a creepy mission by myself? Because that will not end well for anyone.
She laughs a little bit and says, no, it's nothing that serious. Things have been dire here in the Delphi, in the fleet, probably for your whole life. People are very tense and distracted. They are very concerned with the larger picture. I see things a little differently. While I was gone, perhaps nobody took an interest in you. This is me taking an interest in you. I would like to invest in you. I would like to train you.
Why?
Because if nobody does, you will die. And maybe not everybody has the capacity to care about that at this stage in the game. But I still do.
And that, I think, like, hits Tolu almost physically, like, kind of like it takes a step back, and she's like, tries to play it off. Is like, yeah, well, way to get all sentimental on me. Jeez, wow. And then awkwardly shoves some pocket tots in her mouth to like cover the moment. And then when she's done chewing, we'll say, so what does this look like?
I've reviewed your records, your performance. It's not horrible.
Thank you.
But personally, if it had been up to me, I never would have cleared you for operations. So I think we start with the basics, fundamentals. It's not going to be easy. I'll teach you how to fight. There'll be a rigorous training regimen and a rigorous training diet. She looks at the pockets. She looks at your pockets meaningfully.
What are you saying? Yes. Hi, sweetheart.
The purrs. I'm saying that I'm going to bring you up to Citadel Fleet's physical standards. Part of that is proper nutrition.
Tolu considers falling to her knees dramatically and just refrains.
But that's the least important part of this. The most important part of this is that you're going to be worked very hard in the beginning of the day until the end of the day.
Listen, I appreciate this help, and yes, I will take it. But for you to imply that the tots are the least important part of this is absurd.
Great.
But also, yes, please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die, and people around here are waiting for me to, and that's not a good feeling. So, train me, please.
Then let's get to work. And for basically the amount of time that took place in-game where Tolu was not present, you have been working very closely with the Vice Admiral, who has got you on this very strict, very serious training regimen that consists of like a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time in the simulators, a lot of like hand-to-hand combat practice where she is sort of like teaching you herself. And after like a certain amount of time, a couple days of this, she would also say she would be walking you like she does in the morning to the gym. And as she does so, she says to you, not sure if you're aware, but I was never an operator.
Congrats.
Not saying it to brag. I'm saying that I, unfortunately, probably not the best choice to mentor you as an engine operator.
Are you kidding me? Look how hard I can punch right now. And we'll give the air like a couple test punches. It's very impressive.
She gives another little laugh. I think you've been a little surprised at how much the Vice Admiral laughs, and how like not stiff she is when it's just the two of you conversing and no one
I
else
think
is
Tolu
around.
secretly likes her.
Yeah.
It's like,
I say this because I've selected another operator to mentor you in that regard. Someone else that you can work closely with.
oh no.
Prepare you.
Who?
By this point, you have made it to the training facilities and the door slides open, and standing in the gym, I think kind of like working a speed bag as you step in, is someone you've maybe seen around, but have definitely never spoken to before. Tolu's on like the shorter side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this individual, who is femme presenting, is about like average height, maybe like 5'5", 5'6", maybe 5'7" on a good day, and is wearing just like very relaxed all black gym clothes. She is very pale, and she has like sort of jet black hair, so black that you're not sure if it's dyed or not, or if that's natural. But like all like the sides and the back on like the undercut of it is shaved very close, and it's currently sort of tied up in almost like a bun while she is exercising. There's no, obviously she's not wearing like any makeup or anything like that. There are no marks that you can see except for some scars here or there. You can see the like port scars on the back of her neck with her hair up that you all have from connecting with your engines. And she stops. she's wearing like gloves taped, her hands are taped up, and like it's the only non-black thing that she is wearing. And she turns around as you walk in. She sort of like has this very sort of far away, almost distracted look to her eyes, almost perpetually. She looks like she is not getting enough sleep. But she approaches you as you step in, and the Vice Admiral like steps to the side and says, "Tolu Ojaka, this is Samantha Haynes. Call sign Sawen. She operates the Morrigan. She'll be training you."
Tolu looks at Samantha and then looks back at the Vice Admiral. It's like, you got me a babysitter?
She gives you a little smile. Says, "I'll leave you to it."
Okay, but I'm not a baby, as she walks away.
And Samantha turns to you and holds out a hand. Says, "You can call me Sam."
Oh, good. I was definitely going to call you Sam either way. Hi, I'm Tolu.
It's nice to meet you, Tolu.
Yeah, well, you say that now. Wait until you see how hard I punch.
Okay.
Should I punch? Do you want me to? Should I punch something right now?
You should punch me right now.
Well, that seems rude.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, Tolu. Either you punch me, or I'm going to punch you.
And Tolu thinks about it for a second.
I think you think a second too long, and she winds up to punch you. It's fast. It happens very quickly, but you only take 3 stress from this. So I feel like you managed to duck under it, or like maybe just barely like block it. Your call.
I think she gets like maybe an arm up in tight. It's like, what the heck? You weren't actually supposed to punch me. This is banter. What are you doing?
She shrugs and says, "It's not bad, but that's your first lesson."
Don't think about things.
There's no banter.
Oh. Okay, I am not going to do well here, but I will do my best.
Out there, when you're in your engine, when you're with your wing, you can crack all the jokes as you want. You can crack all the jokes you want, but you'd better be able to back it up. Because otherwise, people are going to start dying.
I think that sobers her a little bit. She's like, you're a pocket of sunshine. All right. So what are we doing?
Yeah, piloting the corpse of a death goddess will do that to you.
Yeah, bummer. Do you want... Oh, wait. And then she remembers she only has pocket spinach.
Yeah. It's still compressed into tot shape. It just doesn't hit the same.
She is like carefully, every morning she carefully folds a leaf of spinach into a tot. And it's like it tries to pop it into her mouth and it's just not the same.
No, I'm good. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's very nice of you.
You're welcome.
We're going to spend today in the simulators.
All right, let's do it.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do.
You can crack a joke.
I thought, speaking of jokes, thought it was very funny that you took your engine away from Toby. He sucks.
He totally sucks. Oh my God, right? Like, what is that dude's problem?
Not a lot of 3rd generation operators, I guess,
I guess.
for a reason.
You are kind of a bummer, but we'll make it work. Oh, you should meet my other friend. Are we friends now? Let's be friends. Is that cool? You know what? Let me test. Let's go punch each other first and then see how we feel.
We'll see if you still want to be friends after this.
Deal.
And yeah, she takes you to the simulators where you were loaded into. Gosh, it has been a long time, hasn't it?
Ocean.
Ocean, yes, there we go. You're loaded into Ocean, she's loaded into the Morrigan, and yeah, you sort of just fight each other in simulated combat for a while. You don't transcend, obviously, she doesn't transcend because it's just a simulation, but you get the fundamentals down, and finally, eventually, after a little bit of time passes, she cancels the sim. You've been at it for like quite a few hours at this point. It's disorienting stepping out of the simulator and back into the gym. And I think like, yeah, she like offers you a bottle of water. And all right, I can work with that.
You're totally just drinking from a bottle of water, like pouring sweat. Oh, good. I can work with that too. So we're working together, working it out, just working. Yep.
As long as neither one of us dies.
Sure. Right. Yes. Pocket of sunshine. So we just do this now until the rest of my team is out there somewhere. I don't know. And I feel like I should see them at some point. Are you going to be on the team now? How does this work?
No, I'm in Oni Wing.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm just volunteering to do this.
And at that, Tolu is sort of like, volunteering.
Hmm?
Okay. Keep your secrets.
It's not a secret.
Secretive.
Nobody wanted me to do this. I was young when I got chosen, and my dad wasn't happy about it, and a lot of people would have been happier if it wasn't me. Nobody thought that I could hack it. And they were worried that if they sent me out, I would die. Still here. I guess maybe I don't like... I guess I didn't like people underestimating you.
I don't think Tolu has anything to say to that. I think she like starts to speak and then just takes a chug from her bottle of water and chokes a little bit. Yeah, well, Sunshine, whatever. Thanks. I mean, nice hair.
We're calling me Sunshine now?
I mean, you just ooze light and positivity and growth.
I guess I don't hate it. She holds out a hand to help you up to your feet and says, let's get back to it.
Tolu just kind of stares at her hand for a second and then is like, fine. And we'll take her hand and get up.
So mark down the 3 stress.
Oh, it's marked.
All right. Who knows what could have been stressful about all that?
You can say.
Who's to say? Could have been anything. All right. So Tolu, you've got your stress. Who wants to go? Our obligations.
Chief can go next.
All right, Chief. I will ask, did you have anything specific? Yours is also stars.
Yeah. Remind me again, stars primarily deals with
Social pressure or anxiety. And I have a thing, unless you have something you'd rather do.
I think Chief has is coming off of being eclipsed and is like trying to regulate who he is. So I don't think he has anything like he needs to do outside of figuring out how to be normal again.
Yeah, agreed.
So I don't have anything. If you have something, I will gladly take it.
Yeah, I do have something. So
Yay.
let's start off with your roll and we'll see how stressful this is.
Okay, I have 0 in that. Weird.
So crazy.
Let's see. I got a 4 and a 1.
Ooh, that's
no.
5 stress. Oh no.
Gross. That's gross.
It's a
Why
little
you make it
gross.
also gross? I'm 4 away from eclipsing everybody. Isn't that fun? Oh, there's a baby.
Potentially eclipsing. Aw. Is that Donna?
Chuck.
That's Chuck.
Chuck.
Okay. All right.
Donna does not allow people to pick her up.
That makes sense.
You can tell it's Chuck because of the way it is.
Chuck. Just putting it all out there.
Chuck has,
He's a menace.
Chuck has feelings.
Chuck is just very secure with himself, and I respect it. Amazing. All right, cool. So, yeah. One night, I guess probably the night after you got back, and the incident that took place in the hangar with the piece of debris that you pulled back in, where they discovered that there was a purged hanging out inside.
Yeah.
And you had that standoff with the admiral.
Was it a standoff?
It wasn't a stand down.
No, it was some hurt.
Stand down.
Hackles might have been up.
Maybe.
Although, to be fair, most of those hackles were Troyans. So, but when aren't they? So, that night, you can't sleep, and you're maybe heading for the canteen on the ship just to get like a tea or maybe something stronger. Up to you.
I think Chief would probably looking for a whiskey at this
Just for a
point.
whiskey. All right, cool. Yeah. It's late enough, that obviously there's not like days and nights, but there's a cycle that is kept, the Citadel fleet is all on the same cycle.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the time where people would be resting. A lot of the ship's subsystems are shut down. And I think as you step into the canteen and take a seat, you've got your whiskey and you become aware as you're kind of just staring down into the glass that someone else has approached your table where you are sitting. The lights are like half down, very low, like all of the ships at this time to conserve power. But you look up and in the sort of like gloomy, shadowy light of the canteen, you see Odin standing there. He has his own cup in his hand. It looks also like whiskey, hard to say exactly, but it's an amber liquid. And he gestures, says, "You mind if I join you, Chief?"
Whatever, old one eye.
Sits down across from you. I'm looking to catch some one-on-one time with you. A few words.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about exactly?
Crazy times.
Yeah.
Got a live, sedated Leviathan in the basement of the ship. Got a purged in one of the holding cells.
Mm-hmm. You have us going on missions to recover an engine that's not there and instead have cogs infect a Leviathan with something?
Now, Chief, you know that Iris isn't in charge of assigning you missions.
I'm not going to question what you're having us do anymore. I just don't understand why you're not telling us.
He makes a gesture, spreads his arms. What do you want to know?
What's the game plan? What's your game plan? What are we doing here? How much time does the Delphi, how much time does humanity have left?
I mean, oof. Roswell, I'm happy to answer your questions, but he's back in his chair a little bit and he looks at you with that stormy gray eye and that bright electric blue eye and says, "No one knows the future." Guess that's not entirely true, is it?
Cogs has a good idea of things. Somehow.
Quite an
Can't
asset.
Yeah. And a good pilot and friend. Not a tool, not an asset.
We're all assets, Chief. Isn't that why we swore our oath? Isn't that what we said in our oaths?
I swear it was prettier. Something about destiny, something about saving humanity.
Might have been. I don't have much use for pretty things.
Well, then what do you need with me?
Guess just wanted some plain speak, old man to old man.
Yeah. Old man to old man. Funny thing about that, I don't really know who you are, Odin. Something tells me you're not a old man like me.
I can assure you that I have walked this world a little bit longer than you have. Promise you that. But that being said, you seem to have some funny ideas, and maybe the first two, so cut me, I bleed. And everything I do here on this ship, in this fleet, is in service to the survival of humanity, the greater good, the death of these things. Kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, Chief.
Well, talk.
My area of authority isn't sending you out on missions. It isn't anything like that. That's up to the brass, up to the admiral and vice admiral. Now that she's back. One thing that is within my purview is your capability, your well-being. Whether or not you and members of your wing are compromised one way or another.
Is that you accusing my wing of disloyalty?
Maybe not disloyalty. I think that you have the best interests of the fleet in your hearts. However, you just keep bringing home strays.
Yeah, it's a weird trait I have. I've noticed. You guys keep losing pilots, I keep bringing them in.
You were never meant for this role, were you? You never wanted command. The Admiral asked you to step up after you lost Reed.
Yeah.
He's back now, and I'm not saying that he's fit to serve, but...
Boy has so much trauma, he can't do a damn thing. That's the problem.
Couldn't agree more.
There's too many kids who've gone through too much shit. I'm not going to rehash this.
I think that's where we disagree, Chief, because if you ask me, nobody gets to be a kid at the end of the world. We're all soldiers. If I can be honest, I'm starting to get a little sick of your wing not acting like it. Not a daycare. You get a mission. Your job is to take your wing and go out and get it done.
Well, sorry, sir, if my unit is not to your liking, but if you have any complaints, I suggest you take it to my superiors.
That's the thing, Chief. I don't have to. I want you to understand where we stand with one another. Because there's no need for the sirs outrank you. Matter of fact, I'm not even part of the Navy. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just keep... Yeah. Iris. Internal Review and Investigation Subdivision.
Yeah.
You know, I made it. Started it. Long time ago. And that means that if I think you're not fit to serve, if I think you're not fit to lead, if I think any members of your wing, we can call it that generously, are not fit, the Admiral will listen to me.
Okay. So, down to brass tacks, you want my wing to shape up. You want me to stop being a babysitter and start being a commander. Is that what I'm hearing?
About the size of it, yeah.
Sure. Let's start that storyline. Where does that lead us? What is the end goal? What happily ever after are these kids expecting?
He laughs a little bit at that. Happily ever after.
Listen here, I'm only here for good stories.
Let me tell you, Chief, this story doesn't have a happy ending. Fleet's hanging on for dear life. I mean, this is it. This is what it's going to be until there's nothing left. Unless something changes drastically. I mean, how many times has your operator Cog's been through this? Hundreds? Thousands? Still hasn't found one where we win.
But he hasn't given up.
And that's real admirable. But here's the thing. I'm not convinced that the most useful thing that they can provide to the fleet is serving under you. I'm not convinced that Troyan wouldn't be better served being studied in a lab than being out there in the fields. I'm not convinced that your rookie should be anywhere near the engine that they're operating. And I am certainly not convinced that that defective little girl that you've got in that engine isn't in over her head. And you? I mean, this is a nice little family that you've built for yourself. It's only a matter of time before it goes the same way as your marriage.
Chief stands at that, quickly jolting the table that they're both sitting at. Odin, is your goal to piss me the fuck off? Because you're doing it admirably. Honestly. Honors. And he starts clapping. Just wonderful work. Beautiful work. What is your goddamn point? Are you here to threaten me, my command, my family? Or are you here to get your job done? Because if you want me to get them in ship shape, but you want to threaten them, I don't think you understand how this works. I don't think you understand how people work. are you here for? And he gets closer to Odin's face so that they are mere inches, forehead to forehead. What do you want with us?
He stands up a little bit, but he does it slowly, more measured. Puts his hands down on the table, stands up slowly, doesn't break that distance that's between you. Says, I want you to show me something. I want you to start treating them like what they are. You say that I don't understand people. That's the difference between you and me. They're not people to me. They're weapons.
You ever handle a service pistol before?
Once or twice.
Do you clean your own pistol, or do you have someone to do that for you? Honest question.
Fair question. I find it settles the mind.
I have a real feeling that that's what you want me to do here. Service the pistol. Make sure it's nice and old. Yes, I see that face. I see what I just said. I heard what I just said as well. Apologies for anyone listening. That probably does have a lot of implications. But it is proper terminology. You want me to turn this weapon into a well-oiled machine. Let me make something perfectly clear. If you wanted a machine, you wouldn't need us. The engines, the dead gods, can be piloted by anything with a pulse. It doesn't need people. So if you want me to treat them like machines, my recommendation is to get us machines. Until then, I'm going to treat them like fucking people. Now get out of my face.
He's going to walk away, but before he does it, he, still just as close to you, the blue eye gets a little bit wider. He says, believe me, I'm working on it.
Before we part, I want to grab his collar, put our foreheads touching each other.
Yeah.
Two men can be aggressive with each other without there being gay tension.
Yeah, but there should be gay tension. But there should be gay tension.
We want it. We want
We
it.
need gay tension. People are making demands.
Want that. If
I
we
mean,
can
it's
just
just called-
to make it more gay, we want the gay.
I mean, in this particular circumstance, there is lots of gay tension, but there doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. Sometimes men can just have intense emotional scenes together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And collar held, forehead to forehead. Chief has been sweating, but it's not a sweat of nervousness. It is just pure anger. You know, you've been so angry, red in the face, just all of that, just heat rises in your body. It's like, shit, I gotta calm this down. You can feel the sweat like pooling on our foreheads, and I just look at him and just say, you can fucking try, and reels back, full headbutt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to roll for that, or is that just the thing that happened?
No, you definitely don't need to roll for that. You definitely don't need to roll for that. You hit him. He doesn't get out of the way. He doesn't pull back. It looks like he's caught completely by surprise. You headbutt him full on. You feel your head like crunch into his nose, and when you like let go of him, he stumbles back, only barely catches himself on the edge of the table. You can see his nose is like bleeding freely. And he like reaches up, and he like touches at it, pulls his hand back, looks at it and gives you just a little bit of a smile with the blood running down over his lips, like kind of staining his teeth red. Says, be careful of that temper, Chief. It's the kind of thing that might cost you command. He's gonna walk out, but you can say something to him if you want to.
I wait for him to walk out, and I just whisper underneath my breath, I didn't even fucking want command. You are so off base.
All right, yeah. He was not going to be that mean, but you rolled a 1.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
So,
he was a meanie
Super
pants.
mean.
he was very mean.
That guy's
So
my
mean.
friend, by the
So
way.
mean.
We're good pals, me and Odin.
I'm gonna eat his brains.
Do it.
Look, I kind of want to stomp his face in. So
A little
you know.
bit.
And then I can
Yeah.
What he said
like,
about your
do that,
marriage?
That's
Oh,
the
crack
guys,
his
come
skull
on.
open so I can drink his brains like
He's
soup.
misunderstood.
Yeah, you can fix him.
Yeah, you can fix him, I guess.
I'm working on it.
Old man Yowie, that's what we're looking for.
Hell yeah.
Cogs is putting the pieces in motion for Old Man Yowie, for us,
Old man, yeah.
for the team.
For the fans.
This is how we save the timeline, guys.
For the culture.
For the culture.
Oh.
Need to see the honeymoon.
Aw, I missed you
Oh,
guys.
Is
yeah.
feeling the Hanmoon Yowie now? Is that what it
Old
is
man
now?
Yowie will
Yes,
seal the
it
I
should
Hanmoon.
think the Hanmoon has Old Yowie.
Oh man! All
This
right.
is nice.
Isn't it nice all of us back together
Miss
again?
us, Izzy.
We missed you.
It's
Great.
true. All right. I think we got time for one more before our break. So who's it gonna be? Okay.
I think Cogs can go next.
Okay.
I think Grace
Yeah.
and Troy will have the most interesting ones, so I want them to be the.
Okay. So Cogs.
What?
Yeah, yours is sun. Yours is your lowest one is sun.
Mhm.
Which means that your obligation involves scary people or circumstances, or is physically taxing.
I got stabbed in one of these once.
You sure did get stabbed in one of these ones. So, what's it gonna be? Well, it is sun. Do you have an idea in mind? I have one if you don't.
No, I do not have an idea. I've got my,
Alright.
my downtime actions, but not this.
Hell yeah. All right, Cogs. Got a lot of irons in the fire. You've been making some moves. You've been doing some work in some different areas around the ship. You got your own projects that you're working on. And I think it is while you are on your way to working one of these projects that you experience some physical discomfort. You feel yourself starting to almost feel like vertigo. You feel like you see the hallway in front of you that you were walking down sort of start to swim in front of you. You feel yourself getting to be less steady on your feet. And before we go on, first and foremost, I need you to roll with sun.
Yes. That's double threes.
Ooh, okay. All right, cool. Well, then you were going to take 3 stress in this, so it's not so bad. You feel the hallway starting to swim in front of you. You see it getting all weird, and you almost start to see these cracks forming at like the edge of reality. You almost start to see things starting to like break in the corners of your vision and start to like be disjointed, almost like a stained glass effect of the way that you are like experiencing the world. You reach out and you like grab onto the walls. You reach out and you grab onto the walls to try to steady yourself, but to no avail. you end up like looking down at the ground and you feel yourself starting to like pitch forward. You're just no longer really able to hold yourself up or even differentiate between up or down. It's not a feeling that you've experienced before that you remember. And yet, it does feel familiar in just a strange, intrinsic way. You start to come back to your consciousness. You hear voices. One of them sounds familiar. The other, not so much. And you hear these voices. You hear a woman's voice that says, you hear a deeper sort of man's voice that says, he looks different. And you hear the familiar sounding woman's voice that says, I told you I don't think that he remembers us. Any of us. I don't think he remembers any of this. Well, guess we'll find out when he wakes up.
I think Gog stirs awake and just I think just sits up or makes themselves known in whatever capacity they can.
Yeah, absolutely. You sit up and you see that you are lying on the floor in a room that also feels strangely familiar, almost. You look around and you see you're in just kind of a like barrel of a room, just like bolted together sheet metal. Almost like what being in like the bowels of the Delphi is like, except that this looks significantly more worn. It looks like the walls, there's like moisture and rust from the moisture, the condensation on them. The temperature is just generally much higher. And I think there are like pipes and things running through here with more condensation on them. There are like instruments attached, built into the walls and gauges of some kind. You every so often there's just like the hiss of like steam releasing somewhere. It's all very strange and yet familiar. There are crates and boxes like stacked up against the walls and around the place. There aren't really any chairs. There's a very like worn, threadbare couch kind of like set in the middle of the room, and a sort of a motley assortment of chairs and things like that. Various like knickknacks and decorations are from like many different eras are all over the walls, like band posters and like traditional woven tapestries and things from like way more recently and stuff like that. And people that are sort of leaning over you, looking on you. You look up and you recognize at least one of them. You recognize the person who stabbed you, girl who stabbed you that one time in the lab and who approached you in the hangar that other time. And standing next to her, there is this like big sort of beefy man with a bald head, big sort of like stubble that is on the verge of being a beard, very like coarse, very thick. Almost reminds you of Chief, except like a little bit bigger. Still very like barrel chested, maybe about the same age, roughly. Still some like reddish color in the beard, although like they don't have hair. there's still that girl with the sort of like shoulder length brown kind of tangly hair, and then there are two more individuals, one of whom is like very sort of thin, still male presenting, and all of them are dressed very similar in that they are wearing like overalls, coveralls, very sort of just functional, big leather work gloves, tool belts that have, wrenches and things like that, and also more technologically advanced tools hanging from them. This individual is wearing is sort of like more tall and rangy, has like a very old, like almost like old Wild West 6-shooter in like a holster at their hip. Like a Stetson hat, although they are still like and in the band of the Stetson, you just see like a couple sort of like gears tucked. And the last person is young. It looks like, at least they are sort of maybe even a little bit. They're younger than you. They look like the youngest person in the room, maybe barely a teenager. They have this like shock of blue hair, these big goggles that like magnify their eyes many times over. And yeah, you see these individuals sort of like standing. You see the big man and the girl kind of standing over you like they were the ones who were talking. The rangy guy with the hat is like leaning against the wall, and the kid is like sitting on top of a crate, just sort of kicking their legs.
Do you guys live in the boiler of the Delphi? It's like 30 obsolete pockets in the workings you could have picked that wouldn't be this warm.
They trade a look with each other. The two trade a look with each other, and X shrugs, says, "Told you," and offers you a hand to help you up.
Cox will take it and stand.
And the big man says, looks you up and down and says, "Well, Cogs, I gotta say, in spite of everything, it's nice to see you again."
Again. It's a very interesting choice of words. We've never met.
Hell, I mean, I guess that's kind of a relief. Okay. Fine. Let's start at the beginning. And he puts like a big gloved hand on his chest. I'm Ratchet.
Hex, Ratchet, I go by Cogs.
He points to the guy in the cowboy hat and says, "It's Pen, short for pendulum." Points to the kid with the blue hair. "That's Bridge. And this is your home. It used to be."
This is a boiler room.
"This is the clock tower."
The Delphi doesn't have a clock tower. I would have found it by now, and I would also be living there.
"You're not on the Delphi, Cox. Clock tower doesn't exist in the same time frame that the Delphi does. Matter of fact, it doesn't exist in any single time frame. You'd remember that. At least I hope you would have.
I don't remember anything that hasn't happened to me the last 3,000 200-ish time loops that have occurred to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we were afraid of that. See, that's what happens. That's what we tried to warn you about way back when. You tangle up your own timeline that many times over, you double back on yourself that many times, you start to lose things. All the different timelines, all the different realities, options, situations, they all pile up and pokes you in the middle of your head, maybe a little bit harder than he has to. Finite amount of storage up there.
No, see, that's not true, because I know exactly how many times every instance has occurred to me.
Do you remember anything else? Where you were born? Where you got Antivorta?
On the Delphi. Both.
We both know that's not true.
Okay, maybe I don't remember where I was born, but who does? Nobody remembers being a baby.
Damn. Wasn't even that long ago you left us, at least not by our reckoning.
I've been trapped for the equivalent of years, actual years.
Yeah. And we've been looking for you for just as long. Hex speaks up at that point and says, took me a while to understand that you weren't just putting on an act. You really didn't remember anything about us.
I remember you stabbed me with a knife in a lab and then stole my work.
In my defense, you stole my engine first.
I didn't steal your engine. That's my engine. Thank you.
Is now? Didn't used to be.
She's always been my engine.
For as long as you can remember, right?
Everything's for as long as anyone can remember.
Except plenty happened to you before.
You keep saying that. You keep appearing on the Delphi. You keep trying to coax me back to a life you seem to believe that I should be leading. You've made no attempt to clarify the situation to me at all.
Well, that's why you're here. And Ratchet kind of like gestures around the clock tower. Where you come from. You used to be just like us. We're the horologists.
And what does that mean?
Clockmakers.
You're clockmakers, you live in a clock outside of the flow of time. I don't believe that you're just clockmakers.
In and out of the flow of time. And no, we're not just clockmakers, it's just a clever little joke that we used to make. No. We started long after the timeline that you've been living in, repeating over and over and over again. Long after mankind is gone, and it's really just us left. See, that's the thing about the world ending, the universe ending, everything ending. Certain people, certain types of people, get it into their heads that they could do something about it. That if only they could turn back time, they could fix it. And there are lots of different ways to do that. Plenty of people have discovered how to travel through time, turn the clock back, jump into a younger version of themselves. Or hell, there's a million different ways to go about it. And at a certain point, it occurred to me, why don't we work together? Maybe if we work together, we can actually do something about this. But you, for some reason, you, Cogs, fixated on this one point. Just repeating it over and over and over again. You know, when you take a ball of yarn and you unravel it all, then you try to roll it back up. It's easier said than done. And you have taken this ball of yarn, this one point in time, and tangled it to the point where no one could make heads or tails of it.
Except I can. Can't I?
I don't know, Cogs. You just keep going back.
Not this time. This time something's different. Two things are different. Different in a way that I could not have predicted.
Haven't you done it twice since those differences showed up?
Leaping timelines is a little different from restarting. Abandoning one for the other creates fracture points, sure, but I'm not changing anything fundamentally about the timeline that we exist in. I'm just altering a detail.
But you carry over. You pull a little bit of that timeline that you came from to this one that you're going to, and it all gets wrapped up in each other. It all gets tangled together. And we agreed that we were going to find a way to stop this from happening. Whether it was going back in time and stopping some key point from happening, or finding a timeline where it never happened. You went off mission, Cogs.
If I went off mission, it's because I had a good reason.
Do you even remember what that was?
I don't even remember your faces or this place.
Kind of the point.
Then let me ask you this. Has any of your stuff worked? Have you found a timeline where they never send that prison ship into Tartarus? Where the Leviathans never come crashing through and decimating our species?
That's what we're trying to figure out. But now we got one more problem to worry about, and it's you.
You don't. If this tangle, so to speak, is really such a huge problem, but we come out on the other side saving humanity, what's the actual big deal?
We don't come out on the other side saving humanity. We haven't.
Maybe not yet.
The clock tower isn't linear, Cogs. Future hasn't changed.
Because I'm getting there. The future can't change until I figure out what I'm doing. I'm close. I can feel it this time. Tolu's a pilot? That's new. That's never happened before. Troyan remembers another timeline, also new. There's a parasite that exists against the Leviathans, and that's a pretty good lead. Comparable to every other time I've tried this, and I'm assuming all other information we have about them.
Troyan, not Troyan. Ratchet, they all try to look with each other, and from over where he's leaning against the wall with the hat pulled down kind of low, Pen, the pendulum, Pen speaks up and says, I mean, I say we kill him still.
Okay, let's not be too hasty. You brought me back here, obviously, because you think there's a chance that I will stay.
Ratchet speaks in and says, I don't think any of us is that foolish enough to think that you're going to stay.
Well, then you've just brought me to an executioner's chamber where I will be forced to
We're
relive
not
the last
gonna-
several months.
We're not going to kill you. And he looks meaningfully over at Penn and says, we're not going to kill you. We're just sort of hoping this might shake something loose. This might... Maybe you'd remember something, or maybe you'd be able to explain to us why this time is so important to you. This stretch, these people. And Hex speaks up at that and says, you're not even from there. You're not even supposed to be there. I am.
What happened when I stole Antivorta from you? What was I like?
I don't know. I mean, not that different, I guess. You were serious. Couldn't take a joke. You were obsessed with fixing things, but you saw the bigger picture. You understood what we were trying to do here. You understood why it was so important for us to be careful. I was born in the fleet. I was chosen.
Shh. Sorry.
I should never apologize. I was chosen by Antivorta. And when the rest of the horologists came to me, because I could travel through time, and invited me to join this cause, I said yes. And I brought my engine with me. Because I knew that there was no hope where I came from. We were going to lose. The Leviathans were going to win. It was a hopeless battle. And I knew that if we were going to change things, you told me that if we were going to change things, it wasn't going to be by punching monsters. And one day, I don't know if you saw something. I don't know what happened. You were gone. And you took Antivorta with you. Took us forever to find you.
Did you trust me then?
Everyone's a little quiet. And the little kid with the blue hair, I keep saying kid, like maybe, 13, 14, with the blue hair jumps down off the crate and walks over. Doesn't say anything, but takes your hand. And everybody looks at that, and Ratchet nods and says, yeah, we trusted you.
I don't remember you. I don't, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for any emotional turmoil that has created, and I'm sorry for running off, but I need you to understand that I do still know myself. I don't know what I saw. I don't remember. But I believe that I had a good reason. And if you trusted me then, why can't you trust me now and help me out?
Ratchet is quiet for a second and then eventually speaks and says, "Look, if you could explain to us why you think this is so pivotal, so important, then sure, maybe we could work together. But we are here to look at the big picture, all of the options, everything, and nothing that we have seen indicates that what you are doing is doing anything other than making a mess."
You gotta break a few eggs.
Hex is going, when you say that, I think Hex is going to punch you.
Cox doesn't resist.
And it sounds like there are tears in her eyes as she kind of like stands over you. And she's yelling at you, and she's not like attacking, but you see like Ratchet move behind her, just kind of like put these two big gloved hands on her shoulders to try to hold her back. And she yells at you and she says, "Eggs? Eggs? Is that what you think you're breaking? Is that what you think you broke? My parents don't even remember me. I never existed. They're not even together anymore in the timeline that you created."
I'm sorry. I am. I know it probably doesn't mean a lot for me to be sorry, because I don't remember you or what I stole from you when I took Antivorta and I put myself in the Delphi. I've received a few favors from someone recently who believes the ends justify the means at all times. And I did agree with him for a time, but I was prepared for my team to hate me. My team on the Delphi to hate me for doing what had to be done. But I could never take their parents away from them. I'm not going to pretend like I can fix it or that I understand what we are to each other, or, you know, whether or not going back is even possible for you at this point. Because I don't. But if you kill me now, if you try to reset things, then you'll just be back where you started and you'll be down an agent. And I don't know how valuable I was at the time, but I know how valuable I am now.
They're quiet. Hex, who is just sort of like quietly crying as you're saying all of this stuff, just sort of completely deflates and takes a step away from everything, takes a few steps back, and Ratchet watches her go and then turns to you and says, "Yeah, I guess you got us there. Truth is, we can't keep you here. We know that. We're not going to kill you. Not just because it's the wrong thing to do, but Fuck, I guess some part of me just hopes you're gonna come to your senses. It's all used to be a lot easier when you were here. You don't even remember building this place.
I can come back. I mean, not like I understand if you wouldn't want me back permanently, but I can visit while I do this. I can make repairs. There's a lot of moisture damage in the walls. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. It's just, it's, you know, a good boiler shouldn't be leaking. There's a lot of steam coming out of pipes. That pressure gauge is wrong. I can't be who I was before. But I can try to be me for you now.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Look, Cogs. If you don't slow down, you're gonna break it. You know that.
I didn't. When it started happening and I forgot, I thought I was just trapped. And that I would be tortured forever by an insurmountable goal. But I can forget a few numbers if it means remembering that this is my fault anyway, and that I don't get forever. But I really like this one. It feels right. It feels good. The parasite is a lead, and it's better than I've had for the last 3,000 loops. And I don't know where Tolu fits into it, but she must. Because why would she be different on the loop that we find that parasite?
Then leave it alone. If you like it so much, if it feels so right, just let it unfold.
That's not what I'm saying. I don't mean feels right that I like it. I mean that this might be the one where we get to go free. And if it doesn't work this time, you can kill me or you can detain me and take Antivorta back. I'll stop after this one, but I'm pretty sure this is the one.
All right. And he holds out a hand. You?
Deal.
We're gonna send you back now. You need to speak to us. Well, he like fishes around in one of the pockets of his coveralls and pulls out this like little, looks like kind of like a handheld size like old timey radio with lots of different wires and components and like a clock face attached to it.
Did you build this?
You did.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There are some modifications that I would make now, but it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not important.
Can reach the clock tower this way.
Good. I'll try to find a way to jog my memory, if I can.
All right. Just so you know. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, one more thing. When she stabbed me and stole that sample, do you still have it? Because I have one, but I kind of agreed to, like, rat you out to Odin for it, and I don't want to do that anymore. So if you guys still have it, I can use that and feel like I don't have to lure you guys onto the Delphi to get you captured by Odin.
We thought it would be safest to destroy it.
Okay, that's sad. Just don't come to the Delphi until it's time to take me.
Or unless you call.
I mean, if I call, probably find a way to meet me in any of my many alcoves where they can't get to me because they don't know how to get there.
I don't know if I would trust that, Cogs, but we'll find you if we have to.
I believe that. You found me like 4 times already, which compared to what it sounded like was previously happening is a marked improvement.
Ratchet takes a step back away from you, and Bridge, the kid with the blue hair, hugs you real quick. Just like very tight hug, and then also
Just
backs off.
arms fully up.
And Ratchet, as he takes a step back, says, just so you know, way back is a lot less comfortable than the way in.
The way in was not comfortable even remotely.
Ratchet looks to Pendulum and gives him a little nod, and before you can react, he pulls out that 6-shooter and like levels it at you and shoots it. And you have this moment as it gets closer where like progressively time gets slower and slower, and you get slower and slower. You can't dodge it. And the bullet like hits you dead in the chest, and you feel the impact, and it knocks you off of your feet, and you feel like yourself being separated out into all, like across all of the different timelines. And then you feel your back slam into the cold metal of the floor of the Delphi. A couple like officers that are passing by like stop and look at you, and you check your chest. There's no wound or anything like that. As far as you can tell, these people just saw you like fall over as if you had just been shot.
At ease, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. And then they keep walking. All right, mark your stress. We'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll do our last 2 obligations. Don't go away.
think
Yeah.
everyone should know there are two
Oh, God.
wives
There are two wives.
inside
Two
of
wives.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has two wives inside of them.
Are they?
That's-
Wait, are
that's
they
a
your
good time
wife?
for me.
Wait, are they both your wife, or are they married to each other, and they're just
Oh,
living
two
inside of you?
wives, and we just
I
have.
think Marina would eat, read a lot in more ways than one. So in this
Oh.
case,
Oh goodness. Okay.
I asked that
Okay.
question about polytricks.
Troyan, I'm gonna put it this way: Troyan was the nice one in that, Alki was the nice one in that marriage. Okay,
I see. Okay.
Mm.
like
Fair. Polytrix is my favorite K-pop group.
Mm.
And that's officially what they're called.
Yeah, I think so, right? I never saw the movie.
You haven't seen
you
that?
should see the
No,
movie.
I have seen the movie several times.
Okay.
Okay, so
Wait,
you
what's
were
the
lying.
Good. I was
It's
gonna be
for the
so
bit, yes.
disappointed.
Oh, the new one with the
Yes.
fighting
Yeah.
demons. Yeah.
Yes, it was
my
a
list.
lie, aka a joke.
Okay.
A lie. It was a lie.
It was
so
a lie.
disappointed.
It was a funny lie.
Haha.
Survey says.
All right. Well, who wants to go next? Who wants to get stressed? Gang, we got two left. Cass, you
No,
look ready.
Do I look ready? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll go. Okay.
All right. Let's
I'm
do
already
it then.
stressed.
Right? Like,
Yeah, out of character. I'm also very stressed. All right, Cass,
hmm,
Troyan, yours is
Moon.
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 Yeah.
It's always moon.
Moon, your obligation breaks your heart and drives you to despair.
Every time.
Yeah. Let's roll for that first and foremost.
All right, and it's roll 2, take the lower.
If you don't have any dots,
I
yes.
don't. I got no doots.
All right.
Oh, fuck me.
What'd you do?
I
How'd you
rolled
do?
a 1.
Nice.
I rolled a 1.
Nice. Take 5 stress.
Hey, first time.
No, it's like the 4th time I've done this. I've rolled
I
a
know.
2 or a 1 during
Welcome
obligation.
to the 5 stress club. All right.
This is why I'm
all
so
right.
close to Eclipse all the time.
Do you have any moon stuff in mind? I got a little something if
Okay,
you don't.
okay.
But
So I made a to-do list at the end of
Okay.
last game.
Okay.
Let me flip over to my to-do list. Number 1 was is Grace okay? Number 2 was hug Chief. Number 3 was punch Cogs, but someone did that for me. Number 4 was eat goo in basement, be superior goo. 5 was tell is Cogs is now my rival. And then number 6, which I think might be appropriate, was have a breakdown.
yeah, I mean we could probably kill 2 birds with 1 stone here.
Yeah. Do with
Okay.
that what you will.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, well that's very fun. I think we can figure that out. Troyan, you are no longer under house arrest.
Good.
And yet, yeah, Odin gave you free range, as you may recall. Kind of seemed like maybe it was just to give you more chances to mess up, but yeah, he did that. However, it maybe still catches you off guard a little bit whenever somebody knocks on your door.
Mm-hmm.
And when you answer it, assuming that you do answer it, it
It might
slides
take
open.
a minute. But yeah.
Sure, it slides open to reveal 2 very stone-faced men on the other side, both of them wearing the like plain coveralls with the eye logo on the arm that marks them as Iris agents.
Mm-hmm. What does he want?
Come with us.
No.
They stare at you. I don't think they say anything in response to that. It's a little bit of a standoff.
Mm-hmm. What does he want?
You'll have to be more specific.
Odin sent you down here to retrieve me. What does Odin want with me?
We aren't taking you to Odin.
Oh, and who am I going to see this time?
They trade looks with each other, and one of them says, "The prisoner is refusing to speak to anyone else."
Oh. So when you wouldn't let me sit outside where he could see me, that backfired. Got it.
Come with us.
Let's go. Yeah. See? Honey, vinegar, you know.
They walk with you between them in almost complete silence. If you try to engage them in conversation, they do not say anything to you.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, they lead you through the ship and down to the brig, and finally into one of the like more secure rooms that was constructed to hold like very dangerous people. It is basically just a they open the door and it is basically just a like metal box of a room. There is like there's like a hard platform surface attached to the wall, like a bed. You know, it's very much a prison cell. There's panels on the walls that can turn into like a toilet and stuff like that. But they open the door and it beeps electronically, and they hold it open for you to step inside. And one of them, as you start to go through, says, "We'll be watching the whole time."
Well, duh. Step inside.
Cool. And the door shuts behind you. They would say one other thing to you, which is as you start to walk through, the one that said "we'll be watching the whole time" also stops you and says, "We had to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stop screaming."
It's dark in Tartarus.
They let you into this room. The door shuts behind you, and it takes a second for your eyes to adjust, but your eyes aren't exactly normal eyes. And so it doesn't take them long before you can see, and it is a little bit murky, it is a little bit dark, but before too long, you kind of have that cat's eye effect where you can see, even with the very small, limited amount of light in here. And you just see this very gangly form just kind of like crouched down against the wall, back against it. Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
We had a name for you.
Did you?
You were a ghost story.
Still am. You want to know my real name?
Shrugs.
We are Alki and Ati. Together, we are Troyan.
Barren.
Barren. I'd say it was nice to meet you, Barren, but I don't think you'd believe me. Even if it is true. Why didn't you
am
let go? Sorry. No, go for it.
why am I alive?
Because I was responsible for too many of your deaths anyway, and I didn't want to see another one. Why didn't you let go?
If I stayed behind, I would have been eaten.
Isn't that the ultimate gift for some of y'all? Was last time I was around you. Have things changed?
Not everyone wants to die.
So did you set that trap?
My people did.
Sorry about them.
I don't understand.
And they were your people. Whether you liked them much or not, they were still yours.
To die for the great ones is honor.
But you didn't want to die. So you took a chance. Okay. They're going to keep you here. And they're going to determine your use. The more useful you are, the more likely you stay alive. And you cannot tell them how your people came to be. You and I both know what happened. But if you repeat it, that's a secret that I don't know they want out.
Sort of tilts his head at you. What did they think happened?
Unfortunate accident.
They lie.
Quite often.
Is that why you are still alive?
Because I lie? Or because I'm useful?
Either. Both.
More useful than a liar. Most of the time.
I suppose it helps that you aren't like me. Not exactly.
Not exactly, but it doesn't help so much as confound. They don't know what to do with me.
You're more like her.
Shit. She's still alive?
Nods. But slowly, like he's talking about something he shouldn't talk about.
She's still crazy?
They call her the Heretic Queen.
Of course she took a fucking royal title.
Some of my people have started to follow her.
Okay.
She says that there is another way. That we don't have to die for the great ones.
You don't.
Are you a queen?
Fuck no. No. Just a soldier. Too stubborn to die.
What do I tell
What?
them?
You were smart enough not to let go, and you were smart enough not to die, Barren. You tell them what you think you need to tell them. And be truthful in it. But
Will
no
they kill
more,
me?
no less. They might.
Will you stop them again?
I'll try.
He nods.
They're gonna turn the lights on again at some point. And it's gonna burn. I'm gonna Does it burn your eyes or your skin? Because for me, when I came back, it was both. Till I adjusted.
It is both.
Okay. Okay. See what I can do about that. Is there anything you want?
No. I am alone in here.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't 5 of my brothers sharing the space, sharing food. Food is not spoiled or rotten.
Let me introduce you to tater tots.
I do not know these thoughts.
Life changing. They may not let me come back to see you, Barren. But do you remember the faces of the people I was with?
I think so.
If you see one of them, they'll help you.
Why?
Because they're good people. Well, one of them may not be so good, but I trust him not to hurt you unnecessarily.
I don't understand good. But if you say they will help,
Trying to think anything I can do for you, Barren, and I don't know if I can or if there's anything you need. You are the first one to come back here. At least the first one I know that's alive. I know how things are on that ship, where you came from. And even this cell probably seems like heaven, paradise. But there's so much more out there.
have any of my brothers were devoured. Have lived long.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what I can do about the lights for you. Get some sleep, Barren.
What do you say when someone does things for you that they aren't forced to?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think you could be a queen if you wanted to.
Barren, you've met me for all of 3 minutes. No. I'm not queen material. Trust me.
I have never met anyone like you.
I guess you wouldn't have. I did kill a lot of your people who saw me last time. Marina's
That's-
fucking nuts.
That is why they gave you a name.
Okay, I have to know what name did they give me? I wasn't gonna ask, but I gotta know.
He looks confused for a second. You can see like the eye shine in the darkness.
Oh. I don't mind that. It's accurate. To the point. I might need to change my call sign. Sleep. Get some. She just about faces and heads towards the door.
Okay.
Does it open? Does it open?
Yeah,
Am I
it
left alone
opens.
in here? Okay.
It opens. It opens. The two Iris agents are waiting on the other side.
Get what you needed, gentlemen.
We will.
Thick goggles. Any head to toe covering you can get that will block all forms of ultraviolet light. Stop the screaming.
As long as he cooperates, we have been advised to keep the lights off.
Okay. Don't push him.
What happens to the prisoner is none of your concern, operator.
No. But now I've seen your face and I don't want to see it splattered across the wall.
We'll take you back to your room now.
Oh, I can find my way. Thanks.
They will let you go.
I want to
Hold
leave a
in.
little goo behind. I want to leave a little goo behind.
They will say, as you kind of like hesitate for a second, they will say, Odin might have some questions about some of the things said in there.
Of course he will. Prick.
But we know where to find you.
Ta-ta.
Okay. You leave?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Reed.
Okay. Are you gonna find Reed, or are you gonna have the breakdown that you mentioned?
I'm gonna have the breakdown next to Reed.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Because I feel like he and I are still drifting a little bit, so he's gonna get the full brunt of this.
Sure. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. You go to Reed's bunk, and yeah, he barely has time to open the door before you shove your way in.
Yep, and I just sit on the floor and I start crying.
Hi. What happened?
His name is Barren. My dead wife is not dead and is starting a cult. They call her the Heretic Queen. They called me Death. I'm having a breakdown from about 2,500 years of trauma in another plane of existence.
He doesn't really say anything. He just sort of sits down next to you. He doesn't try to touch you or anything. He's just sharing space.
Oh, and keeping you alive is killing me, so that's great.
Okay, well, you don't have to be dramatic about it.
Fuck you, Reed.
Promise not to tell anyone that you cried.
I don't care if people know that I cried.
Kind of feel like you do.
I really don't. It's gonna be another note in Odin's book about me.
Probably a pretty long book.
No, I'm pretty sure it's short. And the first line is, "Why won't anybody let me test on her?"
So I think there's a pretty simple answer for that.
What?
He doesn't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't need me either.
No.
He's got everything he
Isn't that
needs.
Isn't that intriguing?
I think we have outlived almost all of our usefulness.
Yep. Makes me want to do a bunch of stupid shit. How about you, Reed?
Does kind of feel like things are coming to a head. I think something's building, something's going to happen.
Cogs injected the largest Leviathan I have ever seen with something that he would not tell us about.
Maybe it'll kill it.
No. No. Maybe it'll turn it into one of us.
Oh, that's a thought.
Because why else would he have been allowed to carry that injector all the way out there, lie to us if he weren't throwing a Hail Mary?
Sort of. Sort of sounds like swallowing a cat to catch the mouse.
Uh-huh. We were the fly that let them know it might be possible.
Fuck.
You understand the breakdown now? Do you understand?
Yeah, but I'm not going to cry about it.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry, I'm killing you.
It's fine. I came back to die anyway. Might as well die keeping somebody alive that might do some good.
You're not going to die.
I'm gonna die.
Not going to let you die.
It's not how this works, Reed.
Kind of is.
No. Because it's not Ati keeping us alive, it's Leto. Last thing she ever did for me. Spark is inside of me. Ati's been slowly consuming it when we couldn't get hold of Leviathans. And I shoved most of it into you.
We don't know everything. There has to be a way.
Sure. You and I go back to Tartarus, take a munch on that fucking Leviathan that Cogs injected, and see what happens.
And maybe we do that. Figure it out.
No. Are you serious?
I don't fucking know, Troy, but we'll figure it out. Just let me say it and feel it, at least for a little while.
You be the hopeful one. I'll be the bitch.
Yeah, I think we can manage that.
You think I could crack Odin's skull open like a soup bowl and drink his brains?
I don't think it would taste very good.
Need it to taste very good. I'm pretty sure he is as human as we are.
Maybe. There's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's old.
probably listening to us.
I don't fucking care. He's old. I remember him from when I was fucking piloting ships, not engines.
Get some sleep. Or drunk.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'm not capable of getting drunk. You aren't either, by the way. Sorry.
Great. We should do something.
Do something. Mm-hmm. Ideas?
Fight.
You want to go beat Toby up?
I meant each other.
Oh. Let's go do that. I need to see what you're capable of.
Okay. Yeah. You and Reed go to the gym and beat the shit out of each other a little bit. You are
Yeah.
perfectly evenly matched.
Oh, damn. Okay.
All right. Mark your stress. And Grace. Yours is Moon.
Okay.
Your obligation breaks your heart and drives you to despair.
Great. Love
Let's
this
go
for
ahead and roll.
me. Okay, cool. Awesome. Great. Oh wait, how many do I roll? 1, 2, 1. Wait,
It depends
1.
on if you have dots.
I have 1 dot. I think.
Maybe riffraff.
Hey.
Harmony, you have 1 Moon.
Okay. I rolled
die.
a 1.
Cool. 5 stress. Perfect. Things are shaping up, gang. Excellent. Grace, I don't even need to ask you what your obligation is going to be because you have a standing appointment. You have somewhere to be.
Oh, I do. I do.
Yep. Your father is expecting you for dinner.
Yeah, he is. So Grace loads their pocket full of tots.
Emotional support tots.
Emotional support tot, and then heads to dinner. I think Grace looks way more put together than normal. You know, presentation for the family and all that. The less grungy she looks, the easier it is because less questions about how their mental is doing. So,
okay. Yeah, you make your way to your father's quarters, which is in close to where the officers in the Navy have theirs. Generally, just larger, more comfortable, more amenities than the rank and file, and also than what the operators are given, as you aren't even technically military. But yeah, the door is like keyed to you, so you don't even have to like knock or ring the bell or anything. You can just walk on in if you want to. But
I think Grace wouldn't, because
okay,
it's not where they want to be ever, or feel comfortable enough walking into, or ever have anybody expect them to do that.
Okay.
So I think they would knock first. And I think it's something that really frustrates the household.
Absolutely. Yeah. You knock, and there's no response at first, but if you just wait, you would maybe hear an exasperated sigh from the other side of the door, and then it would open, and you would see your father standing there, Wancho, and he's dressed pretty nicely, though not over the top, but like, dressed for family dinner. This is kind of the way that it always is. And he looks at you, and he's got this exasperated look on his face. Says, Grace,
Father,
you don't need to knock.
I do, though. Can I come in?
He gives a sigh and moves to the side and lets you walk through. And as you do, he gives another sigh and says, you couldn't have dressed a little nicer?
And Grace is like, it's 5 minutes in.
Not even. This is the second thing this man has said to you.
I will just, and I think Grace takes the biggest sigh ever. Apparently not. And then just keeps walking towards the dining room or wherever.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you get into the dining room, so there are a lot more personal touches in your father's quarters. There's a lot of artwork on the walls. It's very comfortable. The light is very it's set to be very soft and very warm. The place is very inviting, which feels very at odds with the man that you know. Before you insisted on having your own quarters as an engine operator, there was a room that was yours. You probably grew up here on the Delphi, at least as far as your memories go. He clears away for you. There's a dining room table. It's set. There are a bunch of covered dishes already sitting there, just waiting to be opened. What's for dinner? I'll ask you.
I think that I think it's very dependent on how much approval Grace has at the moment. If there is lots of praise happening and there's good things where they can brag about Grace, then they make all of Grace's favorite foods every time that they come to dinner. But if it's a situation where they haven't been behaving, or they've been getting a lot of being grounded and not being able to go on missions and stuff, then it's more oh no, this is what you're supposed to be eating, this is what you should be eating. So I think it's a lot of just the blandest Korean, the worst Korean food that she just hates. It's just the most Americanized, the most like just like boring ass, like there's no spam, there's no like
Yeah, yeah. Very fair. Very fair. Absolutely. I think that there is, yeah, I think it's definitely on the blander side. I think it's definitely on the blander side. Although it's hard to know if that is because of your father's standing approval of you, or because as you enter the room and are taking stock of what's laid out on the table, Serafina walks out of the kitchen wearing an apron. She is also dressed very nicely. She's wearing a dress. She is, of course, your father's age, as we actually, I don't think we've seen her before, right? We've only mentioned her.
right. I think we mentioned her.
Yeah. She has, so she's a little bit younger than your father, wearing a very nice dress, apron over that, like she just got done cooking. Her hair is up, but as she walks out of the kitchen, she pulls it out of the ponytail. It's blonde. It kind of like falls all around her shoulders. She is like very, very beautiful, but kind of in a sort of like manufactured kind of plasticky way. And she, like, as she comes out of the kitchen, she gives you like a very warm and inviting smile as she says to your father, like, Juan, don't bully her. She looks fine. We're so happy to have you here, Grace.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy to be here. And just like takes like the glass of wine or whatever and just starts like pounding it. Like,
that was mine, but I'm happy to get a different one. Absolutely. I was going to ask if you wanted one, so that just saves me the trouble.
and like puts it back down on the table. And just kind of sits there and like is like waiting to like for the next thing, I guess.
Yeah, and she sits down, and your father sits down, and she starts like asking. I'm happy to, she's like, can I make you a plate? Do you want a little bit of everything? Or?
We can. Yeah, that's fine.
She gets a plate of everything and hands it to you. She does the same for your father, and then finally she does it for herself and sets it down. And then there's just kind of silence, just kind of an awkward silence after that. Eventually, I think your father is going to break it.
Uh-huh.
So I hear that things are going well enough with the wing.
Yeah, it's just been like the awkward clanking of chopsticks this whole time, just like. And
1 second.
Oh, baby.
So many babygrams. The negotiation is so funny.
Yeah. Baby is babying.
I don't hear anything, but I do know I'm hearing how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying get down because he put his paws on the monitor and was starting to like turn it.
Oh. He thinks your workflow would be better if you did.
He does,
That's
yeah.
cute.
This monitor should be vertical. Yeah. So he says, I hear things are going well enough with your wing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not dead, so that's kind of the best case scenario right now.
And you think you'll be staying there?
Staying not dead? I hope so.
Staying with that wing.
Oh, yeah. My
Didn't someone die?
I mean, not super recently, like yesterday.
Someone died
Maybe.
yesterday.
No, I don't think someone died yesterday. I don't think anybody died yesterday, unless they did die yesterday and I just wasn't paying attention. And I think Grace just like shoves a giant like heap of rice into their mouth and just like starts chewing and like to stop talking.
So you are happy there.
I think Grace like pauses for way too long because this is like a double-edged sword question of like, do I say yes and let him know that I am happy somewhere, or do I say no and pretend I am miserable so that he leaves me alone? And so like I think Grace would go petty and be like, yeah, no, great, everything's good. I mean, I have the best of friends. I have, you know, like
the best of friend.
I have like a scary alien goo friend. I have like a guy who's obsessed with clocks or something. And you know, work dad. So I'm doing great. And then I think Grace will like kind of sneakily but not sneakily slip a hand in her pocket and take out some tots and like shove them really quick into her mouth.
Well, yeah, he completely ignores that if he sees it at all, and he just sort of keeps talking. He picks the wine glass up and he sips from it, and he says, I'm glad you're happy. I suppose I just feel like you could probably be doing more good somewhere else. I mean, that Jotun Wing sounds like a bit of a disaster.
I mean, they keep sending us on bullshit missions, so that probably doesn't help. Wait, what do you mean disaster? We're alive. I thought I mentioned that at the beginning, that we're still breathing and stuff like that. Counts.
Your wing commander died.
Yeah, a while ago. We have a new one now. That problem was fixed.
Yes, Garm should really retire. People in the brass have been saying it for years.
I mean, maybe, but that's not... Chief is fine. You're not even... You know what? This... Another, like, race goes in.
Seraphina will sort of, interject in the awkward silence and will say, I mean, your father did a lot of really good work out in the fleet with the Pox and the Romana. Tell her about that, Juan. And he sort of shrugs and takes another sip from the wine. Says, I think we hopefully have it under control. Time will tell, of course, but hopefully things improve.
Yeah, did anybody die?
I mean, of course, people died.
Yeah, kind of like a risk that happens of like the thing that you were taking care of, right? It's kind of, sometimes people die. And usually they stay dead. And then Grace just like shoves another rice back into their mouth.
He pauses with like mid sip and then sets the glass down and looks at you more directly this time and says, Grace, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this?
Acting like what? I was just...
Are you speaking to your father like this? I understand you may not live under this roof anymore, but I'm still your father.
Debatable, technically. Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing. And Grace like put a handful of tots, just like not even caring this time. I just shoves them like right in her mouth and like starts chewing.
What did you mean by that?
Well, technically, you're somebody else's father, and I'm just here. So, because this is all fake, right?
There is a complicated series of silent reactions happen across the table. The first thing that happens that you notice is when you say that your father is a little bit out of is a little bit out of words. He's a little bit quiet and he doesn't know what to say. And then you see Seraphina's expression, all of the sort of like fake pleasantness, nervousness, everything just disappears. She goes like completely blank expression and her head turns to stare directly at you. You feel like you maybe think her eyes narrow a little bit.
Oops.
And your father, however, finally sort of finds his voice and he stands up from the table. And as he does so, he says, Grace, I am very disappointed in you. And I understand that you are just saying things that you think will hurt me. I understand that you are just making things up that you think will hurt my feelings, pretending that I'm not your father. That's all this is, isn't it?
And
There's almost something, you know your father very well.
uh-huh.
And his expression is impassive, his voice is even, his voice isn't shaking or anything like that, but there's almost something pleading in his eyes as he says this to you.
I think Grace picks up on it, kind of looks over at what's her name.
Seraphina.
Yeah, don't care, don't like her.
Extremely fair.
But like not completely, just enough, like, because Grace has a pretty big peripheral because pilot, right, and stuff. So and I feel like, hold on. I have thoughts. I feel like, okay, if this man is the way that you are playing him out to be right now, above table, okay, I feel like he would have prepared Grace with some type of secret code situation that they, like, maybe it was a game in the memory, right, of when they were kids, so that everybody knows it. And so it's, do you get what I'm saying? And it's not, it's like just visual. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. So I think, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you have an idea for it?
Well, I was just thinking, I feel like Grace would pick up on that. And then like, maybe he doesn't start it because he's just like trying to be like obedient or whatever. But like, she picks up on his tone, like as slight as it is, and she initiates it. And then like, as if like being like, oh, I remember this. And like, that's something that they wouldn't know because that's something that was always just between them and was like, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, yes. So that happens. You have that sort of back and forth. And then like in the moment of silence after that, he does this thing that is familiar to you, even though you don't remember it. Like you don't physically remember it happening. You just have this like memory. It's strange, right? It's kind of invasive that you remember this thing that you don't remember. But he does this thing where he like sort of puts his hand over his heart, almost in like a wounded gesture, almost like, you know, like you've hurt my heart, except it's a closed fist.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think Grace's demeanor doesn't change completely, but starts like softening a little bit. Not to the point where it becomes like an issue, like, right? Like they're still like, you know what? You're right. I'm stressed. I haven't seen Dr. Haynes in like weeks. I don't know what's happening. It's just there's so much going on. I've been dealing with these missions, you know. And then I think Grace, like in an instinct, just starts blaming Chief because Chief is safe. So Grace starts going like, you know, Chief has just been really like making some bad calls that I don't necessarily agree with, and like starts feeding on the energy of like whatever, you know, is like just trying to deflect it. And sorry, Chief. And Grace is just like, you know, it's just been really stressful and I haven't really been able to like have the one-on-ones with him that I normally have, and like starts going into these things and like starts to mention like Golden Boy, but then like kind of like goes into it. And then I've been seeing this guy and and it's just I don't know what's going on with that. And so like, and then I think it's just like
when you say that, I feel like the mask like slips right back onto Seraphina's face and she says, "Oh, you have a boyfriend? That's so fun."
And like Grace, everything they can do to like not vomit in their mouth in that moment of like thinking the term boyfriend in them, and just no thank you. And so then they're like yeah, he's the great pilot operator. I don't know his call sign. We haven't gotten that far. It's more we're kind of just glancing at each other across the mess hall. It's really just more like a crush. Honestly, I don't even know why I said that. It must be the wine.
That feeling, that's the best feeling. I mean, do you remember when it was like that for us, dear? And she takes your father's hand and holds it in hers. And I think, Grace, if you were very observant, you notice that like her knuckles go white with how hard she is squeezing his hand.
Fuck. Okay.
You should bring him to dinner next week. We would love to meet him. And I understand. I mean, your father, the whole time that we were gone, and your father was treating people, he kept saying to me that he was so concerned about your treatments, and he was so worried about Dr. Haynes keeping up with your treatments, and he was saying that he couldn't wait to get back to your treatments. Even right before you showed up, he was saying you were probably due.
Oh yeah, overdue, totally overdue. I mean, do you talk to Dr. Haynes? Why would you be doing that?
Your father was would interrupt and would say, "Grace, I told you that now that I was back, I would be taking over your treatments again. Dr. Haynes was only doing it while I was gone."
Yeah, but you haven't been doing it either. So
now that I'm back, we're going to resume, and I will be sure to speak to Dr. Haynes about neglecting them. They're very important for your health, as you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all. I think it's just been, I haven't been getting them, and so now things are a little weird in my brain, and you know, sometimes like I get anxious over like the ego death thing, because like that can happen, you know, by accident sometimes if you're not even thinking about it. And if I'm not getting my treatments, then who knows, right? I could just go boom. That's stressful. Have you ever felt like that? Like, you know, like you could just die at any
Are you
time?
speaking to your father or to Seraphina?
To Seraphina.
No, I can't say I have. I can't imagine living with that. I mean, you and all of the other operators are real heroes.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll let them know that you said that. That's very nice of you.
You should.
Yeah, mortality is like a weird thing, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go. This has been great. I'm so excited we did this. Do I have permission to go? Is that okay? Do you need anything else from me while I'm here?
Seraphina looks at your father, and your father shakes his head and says, "No, I think we both, all of us, all three of us, have had long days, and we should just table this for now. Grace, make sure tomorrow that you get your treatment."
Yeah, totally. I mean, being slammed into a wall 3 times in the past, month, maybe less than that, days. I don't really know. It's all running together, because of the brain thing that's not working right and stuff. So yeah, tomorrow treatment, good, perfect. And I think Grace grabs the bottle of wine that is on the table and chugs a whole bunch of it and is like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this and starts heading out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you head out and you have a moment outside of the room, outside of your father's and Seraphina's home, after the door slides shut behind you, where you can just sort of lean back against it and drink a little bit of the wine, and you just have this sort of this feeling like reality is kind of slipping in and out of your perception. Almost like the room is sort of spinning a little bit, and you're sort of seeing that fragmentation of the world as you see it superimposed over other things, and you sort of half remember this intrusive memory, this intrusive thought of the same home, decorated almost exactly the same way, but you are seeing it from your perspective, and you're so much smaller. Your father looks massive, and he looks younger. He looks significantly younger, as he sort of crouches down, and his voice is sort of echoey and distorted with the fragmented memory, as he says, I need you to remember, right? Just like we practiced. One second. Hold on. Did I make this so hard to find? There we go. I need you to remember, Celeste. When I do this, we stop talking. What do we do when I do this?
Stop talking.
That's right. It's important. People could take you away.
Okay.
And it kind of shatters. There's other things happening with your perceptions, just you're hearing things, you're seeing things that aren't there, and then they're gone again, and it's just your brain is just glitching slightly. But as you take a big mouthful of the wine, it all sort of starts to die back down. It all sort of starts to get calm, and you kind of reorient in your body again.
And I'm gonna go find Tolu and drink this wine with him.
All right. So very fair. Don't forget to mark your 5 stress.
I already did.
Good from that. And with that, we are over time. We started a little bit late. We're over time. So we are gonna just go around and do our outros real quick, and then we will finish with JT and then call it a night so that we can talk about Entropy Emporium. We didn't do intros. I completely forgot for us to do intros.
Oh, we
Sorry
didn't.
about that, everybody. We sure
okay.
did not.
It's all good. They can see our names. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
exactly. But we'll go ahead and get into it. I'll go first. Hello, my name is Will. I'm your storyteller for this game and all of the God Complex sessions. You can find me on Blue Sky at a Will M Scream, talking about stuff, mostly talking now about a different Grow by Moonlight game that I'm going to be running that you could maybe see a teaser trailer for if you go looking for it. Cyberpunk Magical Girls, that's all I'll say about it. It's very good. There's a full trailer dropping on the 1st. I don't want to give anything away, but premiere on September 10th. Let's keep an eye out for all that good stuff. That's it for me. Cass?
Yeah, hi, I am Cass, better known as Yoda Almighty on the socials. I was trying tonight. We had a fine time. It was great. No problems. Let's see, where can you find me next? It's a holiday weekend and I actually don't have anything going on, which is awesome. So you will catch me next week over on LFTA for Star Trek Gallant, which is our Star Trek Adventures game. We are entering the final arc and somebody else sitting at this table is showing up as internal affairs because we got reported, and I'm so happy about it. Anyway, then alternating Thursdays to this game, you can find me on Redacted on LFTA, which is JD's horror game. Everything's going just fine in that one. That's fine. And then on every other Sunday, so not this Sunday, but next Sunday would be the 7th, you will find me over on Tales from the Table Studios for our fabulous ultimate game of Sundered Skies. I'm there with Q and Tay and Lion, and X is running it, and it's good and fine, and we're not about to get our shit rocked in this fight. And then let's see what else is going on. Alternating Tuesdays, so just this past Tuesday was our 3rd episode, and then 2 weeks from now will be our 4th, is Table 1 of Sundered Skies, our Sentai, or I can talk, our Sentai and Sensibility game, Knights of Magic and Mystery. I have made JT's character the saddest boy. Carla, so sad.
For now.
I have ripped. No, we're not gonna have this competition, Will. I have ripped everything good out of Carlisle's life and then used it to try and kill him. So this next Friday on the 5th is Table 2, which is set 80 years in the future from my table, run by Grimm, 2 GMs, 2 tables, 1 story. It's awesome on Tales from the Table Studios. So yeah, that's what I've got going on.
All right. Always a pleasure when I get to say this, but Izzy, you're next.
Hello, yay! I am Izzy. I have been absent and now I am back. I've also been playing Tolu Ajaka, call sign Bumblebee, regular sign Ocean, the unlikely hero. You can find me here, hopefully, on alternating Thursday nights, and also wherever you do your podcast listening with on for with of Pod Against the Machine, a Pathfinder 1E actual play podcast where we fight robots and also dragons. And everything is going totally fine there. Don't worry about it. My character didn't age 13 years overnight accidentally after doing some space drugs. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, thanks. Oh, also social media, Z_mist, also sometimes Z.mist. So just do some poking around.
I think there's neither on Blue Sky. I think it's just.
Oh man.
Sequenced.
So who knows?
Which I only know because I finally updated the God Complex promo to everybody's actual hats and sent it to JT too late.
We will be
to
using
use
it next
today.
time.
Yes.
Great. Because I don't remember what my name is. So best of luck finding me.
So fair. But do go look. Logan?
Hello all. My name is Logan, also known as, well, and no longer as Logan the GM. I had that on autopilot and it's wrong. This is what happens when you rehearse something. You sometimes remember things incorrectly. I am Logan, also known as Hollow Orange. You can find me on the internet under Hollow Orange, either with just one word or Hollow_Orange. If you don't find me there, you're in the wrong place to be. I was going to introduce Riffraff again because he just yelled at me. Hold on. It's not happening.
He wants it. He wants to be on camera.
No, what he wants to do is he wants to eat this because he loves this.
That's so fair.
Expensive cat treats, expensive cat like everything. No, I don't care about any of that. You can shove it, but wires, you say? Where you can catch me every other Thursday, absolutely here. Every other Saturday. Ooh, what's going to be happening there? Including this Saturday? I'm right. It's this Saturday, right? That's on my calendar correctly. Star Shard? No? Okay. No one's acknowledging me. So
It's not on my calendar.
Sorry, I've been. What's the question?
Star Shard this Saturday or is that next Saturday?
That's a good question. We'll find out.
Today is Thursday.
We're gonna find out.
Well,
hold on. Okay,
keep your eyes in the space. They'll announce socials for me.
It's probably happening. Come on.
Okay. Where we did our first episode like a month ago, it felt like, and you got to meet my troubled smart boy who loves plants. I like to give like a touchstone because normally I talk about the Girl by Moonlight game I'm in, the other one, Bloom and Blight, where I talk about, oh my gosh, words are hard. I talk about Victor, who is like Vegeta if he was a twink. Well, Forest is effectively if Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho decided that he actually wanted to go deep into sciences and not care about his mother so much. He still loves his mom, but not that same, like, I'll kill myself for her level. So, yeah. Also, if you've seen Kill la Kill, the weird nerdy boy in there, so I can't remember his name, but he was the dog. And if you understand that, you understand weird Japanese obscure lore.
very fair.
I don't know what else to say. I've talked about nonsense, but Apochramatic Unlimited, that's very important. We are an all POC TTRPG art collective. We are working so hard to bring you all amazing kind of content that highlights the voices of all POC within the space. Please keep your eyes open on that space as we announce various projects. We will have an announcement tomorrow, which I can kind of like hint at. It involves Cobalt Press. If you were paying attention to their stuff, you might know what I'm talking about. So until next time.
Hell yeah. I checked the Star Shard scheduling channel, and it looks like Session 0 is on November 9th, 2024. So,
That is true. That's 100% true.
that was the last thing posted in the scheduling channel. So, Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen /Youngles. I have lots of fun things coming up, especially my October calendar is really filling up for some reason because everybody wants me to play a vampire in their game in October. So if you want me in your horror game, you should probably act now. And I'm tired, so that's all I have to say.
So very fair. JT?
I didn't get to say this at the top of the street, but they really like when I say it for some reason. Hello, I'm JT. I'm Entropy, and this is my Emporium. You can find me all over the internet at WeebG. You can also find me all over the internet at Entropy Emporium, because this is technically my channel. It runs itself at this point. As you can tell, I don't even know if we're having a show on Saturday. So, it's all an independent, like, a bunch of little machines working, and I just kind of watch them go sometimes. However, tomorrow, I'm in charge of the show. I'm running Weird Wilds War, our 5e homebrew game, with my wonderful, lovely cast. We will be back also after hiatus. I have been a very busy bee with the whole Power Rangers charity thing. I got a lot of stuff coming up that I'm very excited about, including playing internal affairs intelligence officer on the SS Gallant. It's going to be very fun. My character is a telepath, which is also very cool and silly. You can find me, as Cass mentioned, on Tuesdays on Tales from the Table. Every other Tuesday, I will be playing Carlisle Vicori, the saddest man in London, who just watched his crazy boyfriend's arm get ripped off. Very cool and fun. They are never doing well, ever. There is no world where they're doing worse than Cogs, I'm sorry to say, Will.
We'll see.
What else do I got? Oh, that's right. You can find me this Saturday in my debut on Neon Lights Roleplay for their Beacons game as Culmination Crim, the punk of New Avalon. They are a bard who is going to be a general nuisance to everybody. So catch me in that. We are going to not raid anybody because I looked and I could not find any channels that were not all white tables, or at least majority white tables. So we're just gonna cut it here. We gotta.
We have standards.
We have standards.
Yeah.
That's the facts.
Could not find the word standards for a minute there. I was like, there's a word for this. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you all in 2 or 4 weeks.
We'll see. Depends.
It's not my channel anymore.
All right.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Tater.